So this is the engine bay. As you can see, it is not as clean as how it should be, and there's some electrical work that was previously done, or probably not properly done. But in general, even if you look at some of the parts like this, they all need some sort of replacement. This is also, so one of the things that we have replaced, it's this hose here. We were able to get it from second-hand parts somewhere in Kuala Lumpur. So in general, the parts are actually relatively easy to get, and of course some parts are not as easy. But so this is how it looks like so far. This is Almer, my nephew. We grew up together as a kid, and we used to like Pajero as well, and he actually owns two Pajero. One is what model, man?
LO47.
LO47 and?
V46.
V46.
Yeah.
So he has two. So imagine that this guy has two, and he is probably one of the most knowledgeable guy in this country who knows everything about the Pajero inside out. So if you need to look for him, don't look for him, look for me first. This is how it looks like today. As you can see, there's some already minor upgrades here and there. If you notice, if you compare to the first video when I shot, it was using an old tire, and apparently that tire was in a bad shape, and so managed to get this replaced. It's a 265 70 R16 wheel. It's called Arisan. I think this is a Chinese brand, but it costs about $90 or slightly more than $80. In Malaysian ringgit, it's about 370 ringgit. And so far, I'm quite happy with the performance. As you can see, this is an all-terrain tire. See the groove? It's a bit dirty because we drove this yesterday, or the last 2 days, just outside of this place in Kota Kinabalu, which is the Malaysian state of Sabah. We've already also installed tint, and much darker now, and as you can see, the glass is not clear anymore. And I was able to find a couple of parts. I'm just waiting for it to arrive, so like this press here. But as you know, in general, there's a lot of issues with the paintwork, not even like this one here that needs replacement. The stickers already faded, like this one here. I got this replaced. So I was able to get this quite easily from the e-commerce store. Previously, this was missing, this triangle here. So Almer was also able to get this replaced and get it fixed. Bought a spare tire cover. I just want something plain. I did not want to be anything that is complicated or complex. And the Super Select is basically, it's one of the trademarks of the Pajero. Okay, so the tin is there. So from the outside, I think it looks pretty decent now. It's just still a lot of things that needs to be fixed and replaced, as you can see from here. All right. I bought a couple of more parts, just waiting for them to be delivered. So the wheel cap is missing. If you look inside here, there's the rubber that covers the smart guard is also missing. I've got that as well, just waiting for the parts to be delivered. So a lot of problems here and there, small and minor problems. This is also a bit of out of shape, as you can see. A bit out of shape already. but I think still okay. So it needs a lot of TLC inside. All of this panel is already faded, and I was able to find online to get this replaced. As you can see, it's already faded. This one's here, the seats, even the seats, you know, they were a bit stuck, especially that middle seat, but Almer was able to fix it last week. So he took apart everything, he removed the second row seat, sprayed at least a few cans of WD-40s, and now it's actually working. I'm going to take you inside and just have a look what is the progress of the repairs. And we actually tried to fix this. You know, there's a lot of scratches here and there, so not the best condition, as you can see, but hopefully we can get some decent parts and just get them replaced. Even the seat belts, they look old. Okay. The old one was already worn out. Everything, they have a lot of scratches, but again, this was relatively easy to get the replacement, and it's cheap. It's $8 a piece, I think, or probably less than that. So it looks. So this is the inside part. As I said, it's not the best condition. So we're looking into how do we slowly restore this and to get some of the replacements to make it nicer. And some of these events, like this one here, previously it was already missing. This was missing as well. So Almer was able to help, and he basically removed the dashboard, because this is the hardest part to actually fix. So he removed this dashboard and got this replaced. This one here, the clock doesn't seem to work. There's a problem with that buttons, and there's a bit of noise here and there from the dashboard. So if you drive this, you will start to notice the noise. Okay, and probably one of the biggest problems with this Pajero, especially the old ones, there's an air vent at the back. So apparently there's a bit of leak. So as the vehicle ages, there's a leak from here that would actually affect the glass. If you can see from this windshield, see, so this was probably affected by that air conditioner. So there's no way to fix this. The only way to fix this is to replace the whole windshield. Yeah, it seems that's the only solution available. So and some of the parts like this, this was broken. We were able to get the replacement from Mitsubishi Lancer. So apparently this is the same. So I was able to get this. This is genuine, so it looks quite nice. I ordered a replacement for this because apparently this is also broken. So I was able to buy this. The sunroof button is relatively hard to get, although it's still possible. This is a sunroof cover. And as you can see from this one, it's already old and frail. I was able to get a replacement the other day. I bought a spray, a gray spray. I was able to get one. I'm gonna get that replaced. And the sunroof is not working. For obvious reason, it's because of the rubber, and then water got into it, and the mechanism is not working properly. I was able to get a replacement. So I bought the mechanical parts from a local second-hand parts store. That cost me about $150 roughly. So it has everything, the motor, the rails and everything. So we just need to find time and get it replaced. And Almer was also able to help to fix this, to get this replaced. So this, you can get this pretty easily online. So getting everything fixed, it's going to be maybe not a nightmare, but it's just it's going to be a long process. And some of the parts like this, I was able to find this. I'm going to get this replaced also. So it's a journey, it's a work in progress. It's going to take a bit of time to get everything fixed and make it as close as the original condition. This inside. Just started the engine. It's smooth. When I was driving this yesterday, we drove about 2.5 hours from this coastal town called Menumbuk, which is on the west coast of the Bornean state of Sabah, eastern part of Malaysia. Yeah, journey was smooth, although there were a lot of noise here and there. Just getting it replaced, trying to find ways to get it fixed. But in general, as you can see, it's still relatively running fine. All the AC is working. Most of the mechanical parts are fairly okay. Although the ABS warning light seems to come up, so not sure what's wrong with that. So everything works. Probably need some oil there, it's too dry. So it's still not too bad for this vehicle. Even the rear AC, it's working okay. So it's not that warm. It's actually quite cold last night. As we were driving back, it rained a little bit. Yep. Transmission. There's a bit of noise from the dashboard, which is a little bit annoying, but Almer already mentioned that he's gonna fix this. Apparently there's something wrong with the bracket, so it's a bit noisy. It's a bit loose, but we can get that fixed. This button doesn't work anymore, as I said, right? And I was able to find a replacement for this. This is totally broken. The compass is broken, I think, as well. So the altimeter, I think it works fine, but I don't really fancy this. So I managed to find a replacement for this whole set, but it is not the same meters, because the first one is for the oil pressure. So I got that oil pressure meter. It's the same for this one, the inclinometer, and this part here, it's the battery charging, it's the voltage meter basically. So we're gonna get that replaced too, because I feel that is more practical, that is more useful. Right. So in general, it's good. So I've walked you through the process of restoring this vehicle. It is a journey in progress. It's gonna take a lot of time and effort, and of course some money as well, for sure. But I think in general, it's, as I said, it's relatively easy to get the parts here in Malaysia, and a lot of the parts that I was able to get, I bought them from China. As you know, at one point in time, the second generation Pajero was also offered, was also sold in China, but they were rebadged and they were sold through a Chinese company, and I believe it is called Leopard or something. And so they have the sort of like the OEM parts, but although maybe the parts are not as good as the ones that were made in Japan, but I think they're fairly good enough, and a lot of the parts that are arriving soon, we're gonna replace them, and I'll get back to you and tell you everything all about it and see how it goes and whether it's worth buying or not. But for sure, I actually look forward to how is this gonna look like maybe in 6 months time or 12 months time. So I'll try to document this restoration process as much as possible. I'm not here all the time. I'm not here in this state of Sabah. I'm actually based out of Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia. But Sabah is a state in northern Borneo. It's part of Malaysia, and I'm originally from here, so I do fly fairly often, maybe once a month. So Almer, in the meantime, he's gonna help me get this car fixed. So I've been coordinating with him almost on a daily basis, ordering the parts and say, is this a good part to order, and he would advise whether I should buy it or not. But yeah, as again, it is a journey, and thank you for joining this journey and being part of this journey, and giving your comments. And I look forward to meet all the Pajero fans out there from all around the world and see how we can create a great community of the Pajero, because as you know, it's a legendary classic and we all love this vehicle for many reasons, but it is a passion that we all want to be part of. So with that, thank you for following and thank you for watching this whole video. I look forward to speaking with you again in the next video.